my beautiful bookish friends, I'm Bowen and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my April TBR video. Now I don't often do TBR videos because I am very much a mood reader, but I'm going to be participating in Orilium this year, which is a magical readathon created by G at Book Roast. If you don't know what Orilium is, then I'm going to be linking that video in the description down below, so I strongly recommend that you go and watch that one first, because otherwise you're going to have very little idea of what the heck I am talking about. I participated in the readathon last year and it went really well for me because I can't make a decision to save my life and I couldn't pick on one particular calling, so I picked all of them, which means last year in August I read 42 books, which I didn't even think was possible for me, but somehow I managed it. Couldn't tell you how I managed it, but I did. So this year we're shooting for more of the same. I'm going to try and complete every single prompt in April, and I'm also going to try again in August. But also, because I'm a mood reader, I'm probably going to have multiple options for each prompt. Some of them are very specific and some of them are really vague, so it works really well for my mood readery heart. But we're going to see if I can find books that really appeal to me that will work for some of these prompts. This is not going to be a great TBR, to be honest, because a lot of these prompts are going to be just I'm going to pick in the moment when I decide. I'm not going to give synopsis on any of these books because I don't know what a lot of them are about and I'd rather go into them blind to lower my expectations a little bit. So if you want to know what they're about, then Goodreads is your friend. I'm also kind of going to be participating in Realmathon, which is covers by Cassidy's readathon, which I'm also going to link that one in the description below as well, so you can pick and choose between the two. I'm going to focus mostly on the Orilium readathon because I participated in that last year, and she's got a year-long readathon that I have been participating in this year as well. But if I've got prompts that work for both, then I'm going to double up, but this is mostly going to be an Orilium TBR. And I've got my notebook that has all of my notes in it for both readathons, so I should be able to work it for both. My character for the readathon is named Elise, and she is an earthling, earth elemental. She is a wildling from Carador, who was born under the blood moon and is part of Order of the Crescent. Because I'm part of Order of the Crescent, technically I can start a little bit early. I haven't, but maybe one of the books that I have finished already could count, but we will see whether or not I count it. It depends on whether or not I've read enough of the books throughout the month, whether or not I have to add that one on the end, because technically I did finish it this morning, and technically it does count for a couple of the other ones, but that's kind of like a last-ditch effort because I do just want to focus on April. Because I'm trying to complete the entire syllabus and some of the prompts are really quite vague, I don't think I'm going to put all of the books in this one because I don't want to be able to pigeonhole myself into reading specific books, especially because I am a mood reader, because that's like setting myself up for failure, and I'm not about to do that to myself. But the specific ones are the ones we're going for in this video. So let's get into it and let's see which ones that I'm going to be reading in the month of April. For the first prompt, we've got alchemy, which is metal in the name. So I've either got the Iron Fae series, starting with the Iron King, or I've got Jade Fire Gold. I'm probably going to go with Jade Fire Gold because this is in my 23 books to read in 2023, so this is going to be my first pick for my April TBR. The next class is going to be Animal Studies, and that is flip a coin. If it's heads, then it's non-fiction. If it's tails, then it's fiction. I'm not going to be going through the fiction books in this video, and I'm not going to be flipping the coin in this video either, because if I do, I'm going to talk myself out of it, and I'm going to be able to convince myself that it didn't count because technically it's March, and other lies that I tell myself to get myself to read the book that I actually want to read. So I'm going to do this right before I pick up the book, but I am going to be going through some of the non-fiction books I've got because I don't read non-fiction very often, and maybe if it comes up as heads, then maybe I'll pick one of those, but if it comes up as tails, then it's just a free-for-all of whatever fiction I'm in the mood for in that particular moment. But the non-fiction books that I have are Tiny Beautiful Things and Feminists Don't Wear Pink and Other Lies, and I have the audiobook for You Will Get Through This Night by Daniel Howell. Now I'm probably going to pick the audiobook because I do like non-fiction as audio more than reading it physically, but these are my options for non-fiction. The next class is Art of Illusion, which is match the colour of your clothes to the book. Again, this is one of those ones where I'm going to decide in the moment because this is a very easy one to do. If there's a specific book I want to read, I'll just get changed so it matches. And I'm only really counting it as if it matches at when I start reading the book, so I don't necessarily have to be in the same outfit for the entire time that I'm reading it. The next one is astronomy, which is 2 E's in the title. Again, this one is also a very, very easy prompt to do, so I'm probably going to pick In the Moment because so many of my books fit this prompt that I can't actually make a decision, which is kind of a similar theme for me, which is like why I couldn't make a decision on a calling, so I picked all of them. So many of the prompts are going to be like that. The next class is Conjuration, which is a book recommended by a friend. For this, I could pick booktubers' books that I really, really like and I really love their videos, but I think the one that I'm going to pick, A Not So Meet Cute by Megan Quinn, because I got this as a gift from one of my friends, and I think she gave it 5 stars, so I'm gonna see if I love it too, because I've been meaning to pick this one up for a while. The friend that gifted me that book is my only in real life reader friend that I met through work, and she is leaving work, so we won't get to work together anymore. She's moving as well. And the other day she sent me this through the post, which is the 3rd book in this series, because she got me book 1 and book 2 for Christmas, and she sent me this 3rd one, and she's sent it with a little note that says I miss you already. And I got this and I nearly cried, and it's so cute and I love her so much, and I'm gonna miss her. The next prompt is gonna be for demonology, and that is a book compared to your fave. Do I have a book compared to my fave? Now for this one, because I've recently read Daisy Jones and the Six, and I watched one of the videos for If You Like Daisy Jones and the Six, you'll also like this book. One of the books recommended in that video, which I will also link in the description down below, is the Happy Ever After playlist by Abby Jimenez. This isn't really the same kind of story, but it's the same kind of vibes, so we're gonna give this one a go because I've never read anything by this author before, and we will see what I think of it. The next prompt is for elemental studies, and that is flowers on the cover. For this prompt, I have 2 books that have very, very different kind of vibes. I have Things We Hide from the Light by Lucy Score. Now this one, I love Lucy Score's writing so much. I gave the first book in this series 5 stars. I've read quite a lot of her backlist, but I haven't got around to this one yet. It's one of my most anticipated of the year, and I still haven't read it, so this might give me the kick up the butt that I need to actually get to it, but it is really quite long. Or I've got volume 5 of Spy Family. Now I'm only up to volume 3 currently, so one of the other prompts might just be read volume 4 of Spy Family, but this one also has flowers on the cover just here, and this is also a series that I love, so maybe I will get to one of these. The next prompt is for Artificery, which is start a book with a snack. This one as well is very much a mood read because it doesn't really matter what book I pick up for this, as long as I have some form of snack when I start it. Any book that I'm in the mood for works. The next class is going to be for Inscription, which is a book from the top shelf. Now, what books are on my top shelf? For this prompt, I'm either going to go with Cursed by Marissa Meyer, which is the 2nd book in the Gilded Duology. I read the 1st book last month and I thought it was not bad. This is the Fairy Loot edition and it's really pretty. And I kind of want to read this one to find out how the story all wraps up. Or if I want something a little bit shorter, I've got the Hades and Persephone retelling Punderworld, which is just a cute little comic book, which I can fly through really, really quickly. So the next prompt I'm going to go with is Lore, which is a book with a map. A lot of fantasy hardbacks have a map in them, but not that many, to be fair. I've just had a look and there's not actually that many that have a map. For this, I'm probably going to go with either Into the Crooked Place by Alexandra Christo or The Merciful Crow by Margaret Owen. Into the Crooked Place has one right here, and on The Merciful Crow, it's on the end papers. The next prompt is going to be for Spells and Incantations, which is a book between 389 and 415 pages. For this, we've either got The Hunter by Kerrigan Byrne, which is 412 pages. It might be a little bit more than that on Goodreads, but that's the last page of the actual story itself, so that's what I'm counting. Or we've got Maggie Moves On, which is 403 pages. The next prompt is for Psionics and Divination, which is Clouds on the Cover. This one was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. I might just go on Kindle Unlimited and see what I can find with Clouds on the Cover on there, but for my physical TBR, I've got Too Hot to Handle by Tessa Bailey, which has clouds on the cover. so it counts. The next one is for restoration, which is shuffle your books, close your eyes and point. I'm not sure how I'm going to go about doing this, but I think this one is definitely going to be a mood read as well. And the final prompt is going to be for restoration, which is a wolf on the cover, in the title, or in the author's name. Now, the only book I have on my physical TBR that fits this one is Winterkeep by Kristen Cashore, which is the Pretty Fairy Loot edition. But the one I think I'm going to go for will be on my Kindle, which is That Time I Got Drunk and Yeeted a Love Potion at a Werewolf by Kimberly Lemming, because I read the first one in January and I absolutely love it so much, and I've been so excited to pick up the second one in the series, and I think that's the one I'm going to go for. So they're all my choices for the month of April. If you're also participating in the Orilium Readathon, then let me know what guild you're a part of in the comments down below, or if you're participating in Realmathon, let me know about that one as well. But for now, that's everything from me. Thank you so much for stopping by. It's been lovely having you here, and I hope to see you in another video coming very soon. Bye.